Hi, I'm Kath, the Cornish sewing girl. Welcome back. It's been a while. There's been a lot going on, and I absolutely really missed, trying to do my blog and to get my video up. I really missed it, but I had builders in, clanging and banging, and I had just so much going on, and I just wanted that little bit of peace and quiet so I could go up there and sew and do it all when I wasn't under pressure with all what was going on. The builders were in because my porch was falling down at the front. It wasn't a porch which came down to the ground, it was just the canopy, but it was huge, and you could see it was lurching one side. And I thought, I know my energy levels are so low at the moment after having COVID that I didn't want to get clobbered with that, because there wouldn't be much hope after that. So I came in, rang around a few builders, and I managed to get some builders that came out straight away, and they were really, really good. I would recommend them. They were Regal builders from Red Roof, and they were lovely. They were two twins, and they came out and they said, this got to come down, and they done it, and they also helped me out with a few other things that were going wrong as well. I had a leak under my kitchen sink, which we'd had a plumber in and had that sorted, and then they were so lovely. They said, well, look, if you do want to change your washing machine, because that was coming up as error, and my dishwasher was already broke, and they said if you did want to replace that, then we'd fit them for you. So for how lovely is that, and they were very reasonable on that side of the fitting and all. So I would recommend them. They were lovely. They were two twins. So I had all that going on. I did go up to sew one time, trying to put the zip in my dress, but there was so much banging going on. I had to then unpick the zip and redo it. There's something else I better mention before I forget. Last time I done my video, I was chatting about a get-together I was doing up at the Alverton Hotel. Now, I really did want to do that, and I thought how lovely it was, but the people that wanted to come lived in America. I had a lovely lady from Oklahoma said she wished she could come, and a couple from America, and one that was coming down to Devon to live, but I haven't quite got down here yet. And I'm thinking, there doesn't seem to be many actual locals, if you know what I mean. So I cancelled the table there, but I will do it again. Early days, I can always do that again. So all that's been going on, and chatting to my son, he said, Mum, if you're low in energy and feeling a little bit lethargic, do something about it, get out there. It's lovely weather, go for some walks. I've got a lovely friend that lives just up the road, Cantima, and she jets off all over the world. Her and her husband, they live an absolutely lovely life. She goes, and she's Thai, so she goes home a fair bit, and she was home. So I rang her up, and we'd booked some lovely places to go and eat for lunch, and as you know, I love the Dutchie, so I did book the Dutchie, so I shall show you that. And I thought I'd spend some time with my sister, and I had a lovely time with my sister out, and I filmed a little bit of that as well. And also I love to go out on my own, because if I go to like a sewing shop, or if I've got a few errands to run, I love going on my own, because then I don't feel guilty like wanting to look at a few things in a sewing shop. And if you're with somebody that don't sew, I don't think it's also the wind don't knock the gimbal over. So I had a day out on my own, because I had a table delivered, and that had a few marks on it that I weren't happy with, and I rung them up, and they said, well, you can come down and have another one if you want. And I thought I'd re-choose another one. So I went down to do that, and they didn't have anything at all in the shop that I liked, so I got to come back in 2 weeks' time when the new stock come in this was Christie's furniture shop in Penryn. And then I went into town and went in a coffee shop and went upstairs and had a beautiful view of all the boats and everything. And it was quite quiet, so I was able to film. And yeah, I just been trying to enjoy life, trying to get out there and just, you know, and it really did work. My energy was really coming back and I just felt like great. And while the builders were here, I did run upstairs and try and put my zip in, but all you could hear was clanging and banging, and they banged that loud because they were putting the roof tiles on. I had to unpick the zip and do it again. And in the evening, you know, I've been going out as well, and in the evenings I've just been loving just relaxing and watching a bit of Corrie and that. But I love this channel, absolutely love it. And while I was in Falmouth, I thought I'd walk up to that Stitches and Cream, even though I got enough material. I really didn't need any more material. I thought I'd walk up there anyway. And a lovely lady said hi, and I didn't quite know who she was. And I was looking at her, trying to think of the name. And then she said, "Oh, I've been watching your channel." And I was tickled pink. I was thrilled. I said, "Really?" And she said yes. And we had a hug and we was there chatting for about 5 minutes, and it was lovely. She said she'd come down from up the country and she thought that she'd go to Falmouth, and she thought she'd look out to see if she could see me. And I said, "God, the chances of that are quite slim, really. You know, you can miss each other within 5 minutes or be nowhere near one another, you know." So I thought that was absolutely lovely. She was with her husband, and she was on her way up to that sewing shop that I was telling you about, Stitches and Cream. And I said, "There's no point going up there now. It's closed." So and that was a Monday, so it was closed then. And yeah, I just had some love. Even though I was out on my own, I loved it. And I've only now learned, well, I keep telling everyone, I've only now learned to drive, but that's a little lie. I've been driving for 18 months to 2 years, but I'm still a little nervous going places I don't know. So Falmouth I do know, and I do know Truro. So I was able to go up to Truro, get my sister, and then drive down to Falmouth. And little bits that I wasn't sure of. They had two of us, and she was, you know, a little double roundabout at the top of Lemon Street there. And I said, "Well, you have to help me." She's not a driver of mine, but she kept on looking as well, and made it so that I could have a little bit of confidence going over that double roundabout, and that was fine. And we got a couple of double roundabouts here in Cornwall. We got another one at Avers roundabout, but I know that one. But yeah, I'll take you along with me one day when I'm out in my car, and I should go around a couple fabric shops. Now, I have finished my dress, and I've got it on, practically finished it. I've just got the lining to stitch into the zip, and I shall show you how I do that. But just for like a little quick make, I've got this pattern here, and I'm going to do that one. You could do this one in a day because it looks so simple. So this is one that wouldn't be fiddly. You wouldn't have to spend the time on it. Although the fiddly ones, if you just do them in stages, they're not too bad. You just don't have a garment quite so quick. But this one is like one you can do within a day. So I'll show you this one. I've got this one out of the packaging. There we go. And it's that one there. Now, I'm sure somewhere I got a little bit of animal print, I think. Yeah, and it's beige with a little bit of black and coffee colours in. I think that would be nice. I could just picture that in there. Now, I don't think that will take much fabric. Let's have a look on the instructions how much fabric that takes. Because I always do a size 16. And where are we to here? A size 16. It says in a 45 it takes 2 5/8, and in a 60 width it takes 1 7/4. I can never get my head around all the fourths and all the bits. But yeah, I reckon I could do that one fairly quick. Oh, that's the wrong way round. There we are, and it's that one there. It's A. I think that's A, isn't it? Yeah, it's A. And the little top looks quite nice and easy to do. I think you need all one. I'm going to do, well, with the animal print fabric would look nice. But when you've got a dress like this, I'm hoping it's not too A-line. I can always bring the sides in if it is, or put a little kit pleat in the back. Yeah, I really like that. So I don't know if it's got a zip at the back. I'm not sure. Let's have a look and see if it has got a zip at the back a moment. I think it has got a zip in the back. I shall soon find out. I shall soon find out, rather than be sort of trying to see. Yeah, there it is on the front. That one there. I think it has got a zip, but it's got a seam down the back, so you could put one in if you needed to. And hopefully I've helped with the zip, like I show you upstairs. The secret is, if I wanted to learn how to do one, a nice sort of tight zip, a nice snug zip, I would just buy a zip and practice. And the center needle is the best place for that center zip. Not center zip, concealed zip. I've done a tutorial on how I put mine in anyway, so I shall show you that. But it was center needle that I used for that. There wasn't a number actually on the concealed foot that I could tell you, a letter or a number. I shall have a look again. And I shall show you my day out with my lovely friend Cantima and my lovely sister. And yeah, I had a wonderful time. Anyway, I'll be back in a minute. Now I've got the dress on, so I'll show you what the dress looks like. If I stand back, you might be able to see more. Actually, I need to drop you down. Mod cons don't sort of go with me much. So now I've got to go up for down on this gimbal. Yay, there we go. And this is my dress. I've made a few others. I might try another one on in a minute, but the trouble is you've got the zip in the back, so it's difficult to just try a load of them on, because I should be stretching and pulling and hurting me back. I normally ask my husband to pull the zip up, but I generally can't. You can put a little bit of string back there and give that a yank, and that'll pull your zip up. Anyway, here she is, all done. I got well, it isn't completely done yet. I got the hem to do, and I still got a little bit of the lining to sort out, even though that's mostly in place. And these sleeves, some people like them a little fluty, but I would like to sort of put a little button there. I somehow feel that would be better for me. You just make them into a little tulip shape by pinching each side in, very similar to the darks we done here. And I just do a similar thing there and put a button on. And yeah, just pinching, sort of a little pinch each side, and then sew them together. There we go. I would have liked a burnt orange necklace, because it's got a little bit of burnt orange in it, just to sort of pick the burnt orange out. And there we go. I'm going to stand right back so you can see. And it's really quite comfortable. You know, there's a lovely lot of room in it, and yeah, I absolutely love it. And as you can see, I've got the hem to do, but there's plenty of room there to take a nice sort of maybe an inch hem or inch and a half hem up on that. And there you are, my dress. I don't know whether to try another one on or not. I got a few there. But hang on, let's put the gimbal up there. So down for up. But the only thing is with that, you know, pulling on that zip, I'll have to get a bit of string or something to pull that zip up. I'll try another one on. Okay, we've got the interfacing on here, and you can see the tacking stitches. Although they're in navy, I could have done another one, but they are very easy to see. So I've got them on, and I'm just going over my tacking stitches just so that I know where to go. I've got the concealed foot on. I'm making sure I'm not pulling on any part of it or stretching any of it out. And right at the bottom of the dress, I like to anchor it just to make sure it's not getting twisted or anything. Yeah, right down at the bottom, it's not twisted, and it's got one turn. So as you come up from the front of the zip, you just turn it once towards the right, so the zip is facing towards the front. Let me just have a good look to make sure that is right. Let's just have a good look a moment. Yeah, that's good to go. So now I'm going to get my hands in here and just fan that out. Do a back stitch and we're good to go. Just make sure you can see. Let's bring you in as clear as I can. There we go. If I tap on that, it'll focus in on that. Just fan the teeth out with the center needle. Haven't changed the needle, same needle as I done the dress with, size 12. You could do a 10 or a 12. Making sure it's well in over those tacking stitches, so I know I'm catching the interfacing on the other side, otherwise that'll fall off. There we go. Just tapering it in a little bit on the top, not very much, and making sure everything pulls tight, a little bit of taut on both sides of the fabric, the zip as well as the fabric underneath, especially the fabric underneath, because while it's a thin fabric, it will want to sort of like pucker a little bit and gather up a little bit, so just be aware of that. There we go. Nearly getting there. In fact, I'll show you when we get to the bottom. Starting from the bottom of the zip, because we've already got one side on, and if I start from the top, I didn't want to get a kink at the bottom, so I find it's better for me to start at the bottom. No, I can't go right down as far as I'd like to go, but there is ways of dealing with that after. Let's make sure you've got a good view there. Okay, so we've got it in the right slot because we've turned the dress upside down now, so we will be still in the right. It'll be back to the right hand side again of the grooves. Now, it wouldn't be a bad idea if you've already sewed one side to pin the other, just so you got the alignment of the waist and the alignment right. Well, I don't really quite mean pin, I mean tack, because if you tack it, then everything's in alignment. Although you might think, yeah, I want to get in there with my hands again, but no, if it was tacked, it would be fine, because it's just the teeth I want to get at here. I just want to pull the teeth out. So really, that would not be a bad idea at all, to stitch one side down and then match it with a tacking stitch on the other side of the zip. That would be quite a good thing to do. But right this moment, because I've eyeballed it and everything seems to be laying straight, we're going to give it a go. We've got the interfacing on underneath, so I can see where the tacking lines are, and you want to pull it out. Now, the secret of getting these nice and snug is center needle, always center needle. Never, I don't think the stitch plate on this, the hole I mean, is very wide, so you'd strike it if you went you know, left needle too far. So center needle is about right with this, and you can hand crank it a couple of times just to make sure it's nice and tight. And if you, it's pinching a little bit there, so make sure everything is good to go, and do a couple of back stitches as well. That's feeling okay, so let's see how this goes. It's really tight in there, it is really tight, but that's the way I like it. Whoops, we've got a little bit of loose thread here, probably from when I tacked it. Let's see if we can get that one off, because we don't want it to stick in the zip. There we go, just fan those teeth out. Okay, you can get the gist of what I'm doing. I'll do it a little bit more. I just pull it with these two fingers holding the zip, and then with the other finger I pull the teeth back. Just pull them back so they open nice and flat. It's quiet out there now. I've got the builders working. They've been banging and clanging all morning, and the dog been barking next door. So at least we've got a bit of quiet at the moment. And there we go. Keep on holding it with these two fingers, two at the top, hold the fabric underneath and the thumb at the bottom, and then with these two fingers on the top and the thumb underneath, bring it down, pinch it with your two hands, and then with your top finger you can. But with this method, doing it like that, I feel you can pull the fabric and the zip taut together, so they're sort of like, they're not gonna like pucker up. Yeah, that center needle there is looking really snug, and it's not causing a problem. It is stitching fine. Take that needle out. This isn't the best of material to put a zip in, because it will want to pucker, but we've got an iron to get rid of any puckering. But pulling it a little taut helps as well. So just pull the underneath one just that little bit and fan the top one out. And I can see my other foot there. Just make sure I put it somewhere I know where I'll find it. Now this sort of curves out on itself. This is the little bit I do so that I get it nice and snug as I do the zip up on the back of my neck. It's coming up nice and high like the other one. Oops. And just back stitch at the end. Right, there we are. That's that done. See you. Hi, I'm in the Duchy Hotel down Falmouth, my favourite hotel. And it's beautiful weather. I've cheated. I haven't got a me-made dress on. I picked this up yesterday in sea salt because I just basically love those colours. Teal colours is still my favourite. Anyway, I'll speak in a moment. I've arrived, Tony and Kenty. Yeah, we've all got starters. What is this called? Sweet potato and cumin, is it? Hi, I've just gone into town, like I said, to look for another table. And I've come into the coffee shop and I've got a scone and a lovely decaf cappuccino. Oh, I hope I said decaf. I won't sleep tonight, Alex. And I'll show you out the window here. Oh, this is a part of Cornwall that I love. There we go. I bet you'd rather see the view than look at me. And here we are in the coffee shop. It seems quite quiet upstairs. It was a little bakery and it was quite busy in the town. And then I came upstairs so I could do a little chat to you where it was quiet. And that's my drink. And I'm going to venture around the town. At least you're seeing a little bit of Cornwall. Now you know why I aren't home sewing. I'm out. See you in a minute. Well, lass, look at the view out there. Wouldn't it be lovely to have a sewing room and have a table here and be able to sew and look out on that? Oh, I'd never want to leave. Isn't it beautiful out there? Sure looks lovely. Coming down to Gillen Vase. This is still Falmouth. And I'm going to meet my sister in the cafe down here. Just had to park my car half a mile back, so I'm probably out of breath. And there we go. This is Falmouth again. And I'll speak to you. There we go. That's my sister. Give us the wave, Jay. Another day out in Falmouth, and we're down at Gillen Vase. A little bit more overcast. Yesterday when I was in town, it wasn't quite so bad. In fact, it was beautiful yesterday, but today we still thought we'd give it a go and come out. Here we go. Me and my sister. Jay, bring your head forward, get the two of us in. You can see us. Hi, I'm back. I've just popped on to say goodbye, but just before I go, I didn't tell you the pattern number there on this one that I'm going to do next. Actually, I quite like the skirt now with the top. And there we go, that's the one I'm going to do. And just sort of a quick make so you can do it more or less in a day. 3506. That's the pattern number for that one, and it's a simplicity, easy to sew one. I also like this one here. That one there, that one is absolutely lovely. I really quite like that, because Manova fabrics tend to have a few offers on, and that's the line drawing on the back for that. And that is a Butterick one, B6456, and I've got this one in a size 14 right up through to a 22. So if you wanted to, you know, grade in, you've got there's quite a few sizes there. Because normally I like to grade from a 14 to a 16, and I can never normally get those sizes. But this pattern had them, you know, the 14 right through to 22. So that's good. Anyway, I don't think it took much fabric, and I told you what fabric it takes, that quick and easy one. So I'm going to give that one a go. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving being back, so it won't be long and I'll be back again. Anyway, bye for now. I'm holding the camera, by the way, because my gimbal just flopped over to one side. The battery doesn't sort of stay on for long. The amount of times I've got to re-record things. It had had enough. It had just flopped over. Anyway, bye for now, and love to you all, and hope to see you soon. Bye.